Okay, now cut the cameras, I'm gonna eat the whole bowl.
Have it.
No, I'm kidding.
Hi, my name is Ibby and I'm the creative director at Esca Group. I'm here at Lilimu restaurant in Parramatta. I'm here with my colleague Nat and my friend Vincent. Welcome to Esca Eats, and please, Vincent, tell us about yourself.
Some of you guys may know me. My name's DimSimLim. I'm a chef, restaurant owner, and I own Kerpu Crepes. I do a little bit of wok cooking content online, and we make some really pretty crepes.
I've seen those crepes online and they look very, very pretty and very delicious.
Thank you.
Obviously, I've been following your journey for a little while, and I can tell that you're very connected to food. When did this transpire into a career for you?
It probably became a career when I was like around 13. I learned to cook when I was around 8 years old.
Wow.
My dad taught me how to use the wok, but you know, at that time, my arms were like really little. I couldn't lift up the wok. It's quite heavy, you know?
Yeah, very heavy.
So yeah, because you're constantly moving. I think it was at the age of 13 when I could cook professionally. My dad would let me cook for customers. So from the time of 8 years old all the way to 13, I wasn't allowed to serve any customers. Now looking back, I understood why.
Where was that?
Dream 13-year-old right there.
Deep labor for his dad.
Yeah, exactly. Eventually, I ended up working at the airport. I worked for all these companies and I served the first class and gold class passengers. So that was where I like really honed all my skills and really improved. That was the point where I realized that I really like cooking Chinese food and Asian food, like Southeast Asian food. And that's where my my journey really began.
What was your age then?
I started my restaurant at 22.
Wow.
So I think that was around 20.
That's amazing. Well done, man.
Thank you.
And I know you've
Awesome.
been here before. Today you're gonna experience hopefully some new flavors. What these two buttons are for is, one is yes, if you would order this dish again, and one is no, if you would not order this dish again. The yes button is carefully placed closer to you.
Oh, okay. Yeah,
So
I
in
see.
case-
It's strategically placed.
No, seriously, authenticity is everything to us.
Okay.
So if you really would order this dish again, press yes. If not, say no.
You know, I've been here before. I came here with George before, my good friend. I told him when I came here, this was one of my favorite like modern Asian restaurants that I've been to.
Thank you, man.
So, you know, I really love the food here. I'm really excited to try the food from a new chef.
Well, we're very excited to have you here.
Yeah.
Thank you. Should we
Okay.
bring some food?
Let's do it.
What's the first dish? I'm excited.
Okay, so first dish, we have the Tom Yum Corn Dumpling.
Oh, wow. That smells really good.
Yum.
Tom Yum prawn dumplings.
So the whole idea of Lilimu, it's fusing Chinese food with Southeast Asian.
Yep. I already know this is good. I can smell it. I can smell
And
it.
then Tom Yum is the filling with the
Yep.
prawns. So the idea is you're getting Southeast flavor popping in your mouth whilst you're eating a traditional Chinese dish.
Amazing. It smells very good. Are you guys pumping the air fresheners around or something? The Tom Yum air fresheners? What I really like about this, like just before I eat it, right? I can smell the Tom Yum soup and I can smell the garlic oil. Okay, let me serve you.
Thanks, bro. Cheers.
I'm scared it's hot. Yeah, it's good. Very good. It's got prawns inside. I can taste the garlic oil. I can taste the Tom Yum. It's almost like a kind of cross between like a fish sauce, Vietnamese fish sauce, and a Tom Yum.
I
Very
can
nice.
taste it, yeah,
It's
yeah.
very, very nice. It's fresh, light, very good starter. Okay, now cut the cameras. I'm gonna eat the whole bowl.
Have it.
No, I'm kidding.
That is all yours.
Like you get the heat from the chilies and the fragrance from the chilies, but it's actually not spicy.
Yes, it's not too spicy.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It's nice. It's
Very
like
fragrant.
yeah, it's very fragrant. I love
Where's the
that.
best dumplings in the city?
Here, this one.
I love this guy. What did your dad have? Like his restaurant, was it Chinese?
He had two restaurants. When he was in America, he had an American-style Chinese restaurant. So it was opened in this place called Temple, Texas, which is where I was born. It was one of the very first Chinese restaurants that opened up in that town. And it became one of the like iconic spots that everyone used to visit. And yeah, my dad and his two other brothers had it. And then when he moved to Perth, he just opened a little takeaway store. And I got to learn all in this takeaway store.
You are obviously a chef and you're a restaurant owner, but you also moved into a little bit of entertainment, which also helped you boost your career. When did you decide to move into content creation or into entertainment?
That was at the start of COVID. I was in Korea. I guess everyone saw, right? That big warning across television that was like, you know, COVID-19, and it was like really scary. I wasn't even worried about getting sick or anything like that. I was worried about my restaurant. I hopped onto social media and I posted my very first video. The only things that were open at that time, I don't know if you remember, was supermarkets and fast food joints.
Yeah.
So I was like, okay, so I would need to make something like out of the supermarket or I make something out of the fast food joints. I made a video with KFC. I made a KFC rice cooker hack, and within the first day, I got 23 million views. Yeah, it was crazy. Like you couldn't even imagine, like, you know, your phone just stopped working. It was lagging because everything was like popping up, you know? And
it's crazy.
Overnight, I gained 150,000 followers. I realized like, hey, look, there's potential here. So I posted another video, then it did quite well. Then I did another video. That was when like I started doing more walk content videos, and that's when it took off.
Wow,
Yeah.
what a story.
What a journey.
Wow.
I really like sharing the recipes that my dad taught me with like everyone in the world.
Of course.
And yeah,
I appreciate that. And thank you for doing so.
Thank you.
Are we ready for the next dish?
Yes.
Yeah, I'm excited. I'm excited. Yes.
Okay, this one's a little bit of a work of art. We
Oh.
have the Hokkaido Scallop.
Amazing. Wow, this one's fragrant too. I'm excited. What foam do we have here?
Maybe try to taste, yeah.
Oh, I've got no idea. Wait. Oh, is it the Thai?
Yes?
Oh, I can't remember what it's called.
Namjim.
Yeah, that's right. Nam Jim. That's what it is.
What we have here is Hokkaido Scallop. The green dots are
Yep.
kaffir lime made into an oil.
Yep.
The foam is apple ginger. And at the bottom, there is red namjim. Cheers.
Cheers.
It's like mini soups.
Oh, this one's got a kick. It's a bit spicy.
A little bit.
This one's good. I feel like, I like the sauce, but I don't like the foam. I'm gonna have to hit the red one. I'm sorry. I gotta hit the red one. I like the sauce underneath.
What would you change about it?
I would just have the sauce on there, honestly. I don't know, maybe it's a personal thing.
No.
Because I think when you have foam on a savory dish, I feel like it's more for desserts.
Fair enough.
I think it works better on desserts than it does on a savory.
What about the flavor?
The flavor's amazing. I think the flavor's great. I like the, what's it called? Namjim?
Namjim, yeah. I
Yeah,
love
namjim
namjim.
sauce is so good. You guys had a namjim sauce before on something else.
We had it on the oysters back in the day.
Yeah, that one was bomb. I think you guys had the finger limes on there.
Yes, that's right. Good
Yeah.
memory, Vincent.
Yeah, I told you, I like this place. It was good. For me, the foam, no good. Everything else done underneath, amazing.
Thank you.
The scallops are really good too. Hokkaido scallops,
Alright, yeah.
very, very good.
Have you been to Thailand?
I have, yeah, plenty of times.
Do you like Thai food?
Yeah, I love Thai food. I studied in Malaysia. I had to go to Thailand all the time. Every 3 months, I had to renew the passport, so I had to exit the country and come back. And the closest spot to go was Thailand. So I've been to Thailand probably like 20 times.
You've been everywhere. You've born in
Yeah,
States. You've
yeah,
lived
been
in
quite-
Perth, came to Sydney. Now I know that you've lived also in Malaysia.
Yeah.
What was your favorite city to live in, and which place had the best food?
Favorite city to live in is Sydney. You know, childhood with the family and all that. Of course, like Perth will always be that, you know, memorable, nostalgic place. But food, believe it or not, best food I've had is in Perth.
Really?
Yeah. So the food there, it's spot on. It's perfect. Barbecues, like, you know, the roast
Yeah,
duck,
roast duck,
you know,
yeah,
all that
yeah.
sort of stuff. Like
It's the
Perth, it is equivalent to Hong Kong.
Really?
Yeah, for sure.
I
It is.
would never ever have thought that, but now that you say it, I'm going to make Perth
Yeah,
We should do a work
my
trip.
next
No,
destination.
let me tell you guys,
Research.
when Catherine went over, because we opened a shop over there, I called Catherine, I'm like, hey, do you reckon you could go to one of my favorite shops, it's called Hong Kong Barbecue, and pick up a box of their rice and fly it back to me in Sydney, because it's that good.
Wow.
Yeah. What are we having here?
Right here we have the black bean udon.
Oh, can I mix it?
Absolutely, you can mix it.
Everything here smells good. I don't know if you guys are pumping it in the oxygen or what, but
It's
like,
that button that we press whenever a dish comes out.
Yeah.
We're like, udon.
Specifically
Okay,
to
so-
table number 4.
Imagine.
so we got fried onions,
Yeah,
mushrooms.
lots of mushrooms.
Oh, whoa. I don't know, I'm gonna like this one.
Thank you. You're a legend.
Hey, no problem. Have you tried this dish before?
Yes.
What are your thoughts? This time I'm gonna ask you.
Reverse psychology. I love it. So what this dish is black bean mushroom udon,
Yep.
based off a Korean dish, black bean noodles, but with a lot of umami from the mushroom. There's 4 different kinds of mushroom: shimeji, gnocchi, button, and another kind of mushroom.
Shiitake?
Shiitake, yes. And there's also pickled ginger through it. So every now and then you get this like fresh acidity coming
These.
through. These things.
What's that? That's a mushroom. Oh, okay. Yum. Yes.
What does it taste like to you?
Good. It tastes like jjajangmyeon. Like Chinese have it, Koreans have it,
It's true.
Japanese have a version, I'm pretty sure. Or like Southeast Asian country, like they have their own like mixed noodle.
When Roy said to me he's
Very
going
good.
to put a black bean noodle, I was like, black bean in a noodle? I was very skeptical. But when he made it, I was like, that's delicious. And it's a vegan dish as well.
Oh, it's vegan. Oh, amazing. Yeah, it's amazing. It's really nice.
I noticed on your Insta that you were on MasterChef lately.
Yeah.
How did that come about?
They just hit me up one day. I did one of these like TV shows before. I don't really like being on the contestant side. It's very stressful. And I was like, hey, look, never again. Unless I get called for a judge or a host, I'm never doing a TV show again. Yeah, they called me up and they were like, hey, do you want to be on MasterChef to be on as a guest judge? I was like, yeah, totally, I'll do it. And yeah, it was one of the best experiences I've ever had.
That's sick. And the fact that you cooked with the judges rather than cooked for the judges, correct me if I'm wrong.
Oh, that one's just a promo. So I got a full episode coming out.
That's so cool.
I can't talk too much about it,
No,
but
no,
like
no,
you
you
guys
need
should
to
see
say
it.
anything.
It's pretty cool. Like me going on MasterChef, it's not just about me. It's about like the Asian community. Like it's very rare when you see like an Asian guy on Western TV to do that and like to be able to cook and represent like the Asians. I think it's
so
very
cool.
special.
It's awesome.
And to be on there as a Asian judge, I thought it was very very cool.
It's
Very special moment.
I love
Very, you
that.
should be
We're
very
excited
proud.
to watch that.
Fucking sick.
Thank you. This is really good.
Yeah?
Really good. Really
It's
really
hearty.
Are we ready for the next dish?
good. Whoa.
Okay, time for dessert. Here we have the coconut sorbet.
Sounds good.
So Vincent.
Surprise!
Oh!
Of course you would come for the dessert.
Of course she does. Well, I'm a little bit more nervous now if she's judging the dessert.
Come sit.
Thank you.
You get one bite, that's it.
One bite, only one bite?
Yes.
Looks so good. Wow. Looks like some sort of ice cream, some sort of granita.
Surely that's a sorbet. Come on, even I know that. There's no way that's
A
an ice cream.
sorbet?
Oh my god, how embarrassing. How embarrassing.
More embarrassing.
How embarrassing.
Let's see if she's gonna get the flavor.
Go, guess.
I have to guess.
Pineapple. Ah, look at that. I don't even need to eat it already. No, see?
Oh, shut up.
I think you
it's
should
good.
try everything
With
together.
it together.
Yeah.
It's got some coconut down there as well. Teamwork.
Oh, it's really refreshing.
Yeah, super refreshing. Yes! I love it. I like the texture as well. There's like jelly bits at the bottom. And like,
Yeah, it's really, really nice.
then it's just refreshing. It's creamy with the coconut on top.
Coming from you, Catherine, I'm very, very humbled by the fact that you love it.
I love
Okay,
it.
so now recreate it.
Sure, I'll be in the kitchen, guys. I'll be in the kitchen. So my name's Catherine, also known as Catherine Desserts on social media, and I just do baking content.
And you have a book.
Yes, I do have a book. It's called Mochi Cakes and Bakes. So it's Asian style desserts.
What's your favorite recipe of the book?
I have like a really light Asian style cake, like a chiffon cake. That's like my favorite cake growing up. So I wanted to recreate that, show everyone you can make it at home.
I think baking requires patience.
Yeah.
What
Tutorials and
inspired
stuff
you
like that.
to be to get into pastry? And
I've always just like baking things for like my
they're
friends and
distracting.
family. I think it's just kind of fun to like package it up. It was always cute. So like even when I was like in primary school and stuff, I was always like baking cookies for my friends and stuff like that. So I think it was just a natural progression. I kind of just wanted to keep baking, and then I wanted to show people how to do everything. And yeah, now I'm here. Can you not take all of it? I want some.
it's okay.
What's your favorite dessert?
It's not bad, this one, is it?
That's amazing. I actually really like ice cream. So anything like frozen desserts, like shaved ice cream, those are all my favorites. So this is actually very up my alley.
Do you love Vincent's food?
Vince's food is good most of the time.
That wasn't very convincing. So you see, like I've got this thing where when I'm very comfortable with a person, I don't feed them good food. I feed them all my trials and my tests. So
I
she's
cook
always my
instant
test
noodles.
subject. So there's a point where the food is very good, and then I'm like, I get more creative. I start adding this, start adding that, and then she has to stop me.
He gets too creative. He starts taking all the sauces out of the cabinets and
Yeah.
adding everything. I'm like, wait a second, what are you doing?
What's the craziest food combination you've come up with that shouldn't, in theory, taste good, but it tasted amazing?
I don't think that's ever happened. Every time I do something crazy, it always tastes bad.
Has he made you the lobster
Of
noodles?
course, he's made it so many times. So
Delicious?
that one, amazing.
How did you guys meet?
Through mutual friends and like content creation.
Yeah,
Like,
just through content really.
Everyone's doing content, and we have a lot of friends in like the content creation industry.
And when did you decide to do business together? Like that's pretty cool. Like to go from meeting each other at a party to deciding that you want to do business together. Like that requires a lot of trust, respect.
So one day I just kind of told her, I'm like, trust me, bro. I got
I
this.
got you. I got
Trust
you.
me.
No, it's not even
It
lying.
works.
He called, you know the story is he was in hospital for ages. He was lying in hospital, and then he calls me in his hospital bed. He's like, hey, I got this idea. Do you want to like bake like Japanese crepes together? And I was like, what? I was like, okay, sure.
I called her from hospital and I'm like, I have this like amazing idea. This was crepes. We got to do it because you don't have a business. Like we can translate all those followers into real life customers. And I still had the needle thing in my arm. I told the nurse, I'm like, hey, look, I feel good now. I'm gonna leave. She said yes on the phone, 5 minutes in. And then I was like, okay. I drove down to where she was. We met up. I told her the full plan of the idea that I had. At this point, I was already committed. I already knew what was going on. And she was sold on the idea already. I called our other friend that was a content creator. I was like, hey, look, I've got this really good idea. I need you to trust me. And if you trust me, let's just do it. 2 seconds, that phone call. Agreed, done. Looked on Marketplace, looked for a food truck. We found one, pink, called them. I'm like, hold it. I'll give you the cash right now. Drove there, bought the truck. Same day I came out of hospital.
Yeah.
Yeah, so it's a pretty cool story.
And you know what? Like they say with business, you should do the research and you should do this and that and that. And sometimes you just know.
You just know.
For the first 2-3 months,
powerful.
3 to 6 hour lines every day. So it was, I mean, I'm sure you have plenty of stories like this, right? And
But I love hearing yours.
yeah, but like, you know, when you know, like as a person, I feel like when you know and you got that gut feeling, you just got to do it, you know?
Yeah,
like if you don't do it, you'll never know. And I'm that type of person, she's that type of person, like, so we just did it.
Well done, man.
Thank you.
Such a beautiful story.
Thank you, thank
Such
you.
a beautiful
Yeah,
story.
I know. Escaping from hospital.
Such a beautiful story.